In one of the biggest events of the year, Floyd Mayweather takes on Logan Paul in an exhibition boxing match. Now this is an unusual matchup, but it is a huge one when you consider the fan base both Mayweather and Logan Paul have. In this short video, I'll answer some of the questions like how many PPVs the exhibition sold, how much did both fighters make, possibility of Floyd Mayweather versus Jake Paul, and what's next for Logan Paul. So hello everyone and welcome to the UFC book. Floyd Mayweather is the greatest boxer of this generation and the highest paid combat sport athlete of all time. On the other hand, Logan Paul is one of the biggest names on YouTube, so it was expected that this fight would bring in some incredible numbers considering the fact that both Mayweather and Logan Paul have brought in stellar PPV numbers in their previous fights. The demand for the fight billed as bragging rights was so high that it saw server crash with many facing PPV outage. However, despite this, it did fairly well on PPV, generating around 600,000 to 650,000 buys in the US alone. Although the exact number is still unknown, from the sources of different websites, it sold over 1 million PPVs in total. Mayweather was guaranteed $10 million and 50% of pay-per-view buys, while Paul was guaranteed $250,000 and 10% of pay-per-view buys. Mayweather said in March that he could make $100 million or more from the fight. According to a report from sportingfree.com and many of the other websites, Logan Paul eventually made around $20 million while Mayweather made a total of $180 million with this exhibition, $35 million along with some patches on his shorts. Even before the infamous gotcha hat moment where Jake Paul stole Mayweather's hat and took an uppercut for his trouble, there was a line of thinking that Mayweather vs Logan was simply a setup for Mayweather vs Jake. It is a silly idea and one that should be left to die because Mayweather clearly said in his post-fight interview that he is not going to fight again, not even in an exhibition match. Logan Paul is not done with putting on combat sports events, and he might just try his hand at MMA sometime soon. While Paul was criticized for the amount of clinching he did in this match, the outspoken YouTube star didn't hesitate when he asked if he thought his skills might translate to an MMA cage. Paul told reporters in his post-fight interview, "I was grabbing him. Yeah, I would do MMA for sure because I'm a good grappler. You know, I'm a wrestler at heart. Regardless of the performance that was put on tonight, this is my third fight. Let me get a little better and then for sure, I'll be putting on prize fights." That's the answer. Floyd Mayweather also praised Logan Paul for his grappling. Now here are some of the important reactions to the fight. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll meet you in the next video.